Any other questions before we go?
No questions.
No?
I'm ready.
Hello and welcome.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, that was
What's that? What's that, 80?
It was my birthday Friday. That's all I wanted to say.
Oh, happy birthday!
Happy birthday.
Good.
Thank you. Sorry.
Well, in that case, Ori, I'll give you an inspiration die for your birthday.
Oh,
Nice.
cool.
Also, Corvus, for your tremendous role-playing last week, I'm also giving you an inspiration die.
I don't remember what I did, but thank you.
Not gonna lie, you remembering all the stuff about the Axe's history and Daemo reuniting all the barbarian clans, and you remembering that and using that in your monologue when you talked to Ravinarde and basically told him, "Come at me, bro." That was one of my favorite moments so far of this campaign.
It was pretty great.
And with that, let us begin. So, last we left off, the Crown Gall reached the island of Fernden, where Corvus retrieved the Axe of Daemo right before the island's mountain turned into an active volcano. The party fought 2 chimeras in their escape, and unfortunately learned that the axe was cursed, and it sent Corvus into a berserk rage. But after Corvus was finally calmed down, the party made it safely back to the Isle Runner, where the ship began sailing west back towards Lux, sailing through a rainstorm. 2 nights later, the party was sent into a shared dream by an ancient gold dragon named Ravinarde, the same dragon who the party met in a dragonborn form earlier in the week. Ravinarde warned that an evil soul is trapped inside of the axe, and the safest course of action is to hide the axe in his lair, where no one will be able to use the weapon. Corvus refused to give up the axe, and as the party struggled to take it away from the strong half-orc, the jesters Ridic and Maelum were in the dream as well, watching on with joy. The jesters eventually and reluctantly ended the fight by waking up Ori, allowing the sorcerer to take the axe and hide it. With Corvus's attachment to the cursed weapon leaving, Ravinarde gave the party one last warning before leaving. Ridic and Maelum reaffirmed that they are not evil to the still very skeptical Crown Gall before ending the shared dream for everyone. The rainstorm continued over the next couple of days as the party helped the crew fight off Kuotoa, strange purple-skinned, fish-headed creatures who were likely searching for the axe. And now, on the 29th of Rain Blossom, right after the party and crew finished fending off another group of Kuotoa, a very unhappy Captain Valhall walks up towards Ori as the drow quickly ends her flaming sphere spell.
Uh-oh.
What was that?
Ori's giving her a very blank look. That was me deciding that a wet boat was probably okay to do some more control of the more pressing issue of fish demons.
Oh, you thought that was a good idea, huh?
Well, considering that it's mostly us and you taking care of them, yeah, I wanted to keep my options open for dealing with the fish demons.
And how many of those fish creatures did you get with your flaming sphere?
I don't think it was that many. But, I just, that's out of character. That's out of character. I'm trying to remember out of character. I think I got a couple.
Out of character, I think you hit 1.
Yeah, but you provided
more than most of the crew
crowd
hit.
control.
This is my ship, and when I tell you no fire spells, you will follow that. Understand?
Yes, Captain.
With that, the captain will storm off, muttering something underneath her breath. as she stops then and looks around towards the crew silently and nervously watching that conversation unfold. And the captain yells out, "What are you standing around for? We still need to get to Lux." Aye, aye, Captain. Aye, aye, Captain.
Ori is gonna take a moment to step to the side and send to Varol. What time of day is it right now?
Currently, let's say it's around 1 p.m. in the afternoon.
Oh yeah, this seems like an okay time to send someone randomly. Alright, so she's gonna say, "It's Ori with Mickey. We have the axe. Concerned about attracting evil and other dangers. An ancient dragon wanted it. Do you really need it?"
After a brief moment, Ori hears the voice of the elderly goblin Varol. "Oh, you found the axe. That's wonderful. Yes, it is very important to keep it safe and away from any ancient chromatic dragons that may."
Was that it? That wasn't 25 words.
I counted 25 on my fingers.
Oh, that was 25? Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I have one more level 3 spell slot. Whatever. Actually, it was Gold Dragon. He was convinced to control the evil. He was best suited to controlling it. So, really, do you need it?
An ancient gold dragon, you say? Huh. That is most peculiar. Definitely most peculiar. Well,
No.
in that case, why don't you just take the axe and...
Oh my god. Ori is gonna like look accusingly at Mickey like, "This is your fault." And be like, "Well, even though he casts magic, he is incapable of grasping the message spell, apparently. And, whatever. He didn't say anything, basically. Besides, keep it out of the hands of chromatic dragons, which obviously.
Well, I don't know that there's anything we could do now anyway. We'll just... Like, we're not going to turn around and go back to Ravi.
I mean, tomorrow I could always invite him to come back here
Oh,
and find us.
that's true.
But, fine, I'll keep a hold on it, though, if that's what you think.
Alrighty. I think the preservation of the church is the best plan that we should have. So you keep it safe until we can turn it over to the role.
I guess we are still technically making progress. But if we're stuck in the middle of the sea, and the only option is to get rid of this thing through a dragon, I'll be tempted. I'm not gonna lie.
We'll know where it is, so
Yeah.
it
Oh.
should be pretty safe. But yeah,
Are we at a point where like the crew needs our help tending the ship?
At the moment, no. It appears that the crew is going about their business, and at the moment, no one looks like they need your help.
Ori is gonna retrieve her bag of holding since Corvus is like out of the sway of the axe, and just so that no one like stumbles upon her bag and maybe the axe on accident.
Ori quickly runs back down towards the cargo hold, and thankfully her bag of holding is still there.
Yeah, I'll just put it on just with my stuff where it was before the whole debacle.
And with that, while the rain continues, it appears that the crew is not very talkative at the moment. Looks like they're trying to keep an eye out for any more raiding parties from the Kuo-toa who want to go after the strange weapon the party found. That night, as the crew and the party are going back towards their hammocks to rest up for the night, Trail will look over towards Ori as she walks in and says, "So I see you're getting along with the captain just fine."
Ori has no response for him.
What, really? No comeback? Nothing?
I'm not interested in gossiping with you about my personal matters.
I'm not gossiping about your personal matters. I'm gossiping about yours and the captain's matters.
Well, then I'm not interested in gossiping about mine and the captain's matters. If you want to get pedantic about it.
I don't know what that means, but I'll take that as an insult.
Sure.
Is the whole party in this one room? Are we all together?
Yes, unless Ash would like to do something on the top deck.
Nope.
Then I'm gonna look at the rest of the party and just say, I need to speak with all of you right now. Outside.
Do you want to go down below?
Anywhere but here.
I mean, cause someone is always up top steering the ship, so probably below would be better. Ish. Sure.
Then we will go below deck.
Ori will kind of like jerk her head away from the stairs. Like more towards the bow of the ship.
Everyone in the party makes it down towards the cargo hold area. Dash slowly follows, wondering why he's not getting a chance to sleep.
Huh.
I feel like I owe all of you an explanation.
Yes.
That axe, it spoke to me. And it promised me power. And I don't think I can resist that power. You have to keep it away from me. You can't let me see it. You can't let me know where it is. I can't resist it.
Well,
But if I do get my hands on it again, I need all of you to promise me now that you will kill me before I hurt any of you again.
Corvus, we got the axe out of your hands before. We're not gonna kill you as
I
first
need
resort.
you to promise
Won't
me
come to
now. Now. Promise me now.
I promise you won't get your hands ever back on that axe again, and if you do, I'll do everything in my power to get it out of your hands. But I'm not gonna promise to kill you, Corvus. I can't.
It
And how
won't
will you
come to
feel
that.
if I kill one of you?
Well, bad. But an eye for an eye leaves the whole world blind, right? That's you. We will subdue you, Corvus. Absolutely.
You will try.
So you think you think we can't subdue you, but you think we can kill you?
Do you think I won't be able to hurt Mickey or Ash, before you're able to subdue me, you need to all use your strength to kill me as fast as you can. That axe makes me different. I don't have any control.
Well, thank you for telling us that. And yeah, no, I'm not gonna tell you where it is or ever let you see it again. Obviously.
Corvus is gonna walk up to Ash, shaking his head, and he's gonna say to him, I know you won't let me down. And then walk upstairs.
Oh! Does Ash react to that?
Sorry, man, but I mean, we're not gonna kill you.
So, you all met Ridic and Maelum.
Yes.
Do you believe me now that they're not demons?
No.
Ah.
They are
They
certainly
make me
beings of
dance a
power.
lot. My,
They made you dance? Oh, I missed it. Dang.
yeah, so you could say they're quite evil.
Oh, yes, dancing. And mockery.
Hiding worse beneath.
I think they're pretty honest in their deceitfulness, if that makes any sense. And their trickery.
Deceitfulness is deceitfulness. One on top of the other.
Oh, and how do you define deceitfulness, Mickey?
You can tell that they are up to no good. And when we don't know what they're up to, and we know that it's bad, we know that it's really bad.
Look, they're not possessing me like the Axe did Corvus. They've only helped us so far. They got rid of that hag. They woke me up in the dream to get the axe away from Corvus.
Things like that don't do things like that for free.
Well, I'm not
Bill's
saying it's
gonna
for...
come due at some point. It's not gonna be good.
Maybe, I don't know.
I'm glad Mari's on my side.
Do you think they're demons, Mari? Or devils or whatever?
I don't know if demons is the... I don't know if demons or devils are the right word, but they're not good.
Well, no, I don't think they're, like, nice paragons of virtue.
We'll just have to play this out and see what they want.
But, I mean, regardless of their fashion choices, it's not just black and white angels and devils out there, Mickey. The world's a bit more complicated than that. And so am I. And then she'll stomp upstairs as well.
Lots of stomping out of rooms today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to find out from Mari, like, how concerned are you about their presence? We now have two sets of powers, tampering with members of our party. That's
I'm incredibly concerned. I don't trust Maelum and Ridic, and I don't. While I appreciate and I'm so thankful that they brought Ori back to us, this isn't good, and it makes me nervous how defensive she is about them.
Oh.
And while I don't think it will come to any of us having to put Corvus down, I'm not unconcerned about that either. And that axe. And I kind of wish we had just given it to the dragon.
Well, we didn't, and we'll get it to the church, and the church will keep it safe.
Yep. We'll cross whatever bridge we have to whenever we come to it.
And I mean, I guess as far as Ridic and Maelum go, at least we know about them. It'd be worse if we didn't.
That's true.
So,
Back on the second deck, after Corvus storms back into the crew quarters, Trill will look over and ask, "Everything all right, big guy?"
I'm fine.
All right, but you want to talk about it, I can keep a secret.
Corvus is gonna give him a look and just say, "Mind your own business, fool."
Trill looks a little visibly scared from that and will turn back over in his hammock. But shortly after, Ori storms in. He's just gonna give a, huh, then roll back over.
We're just gonna go, sweet dreams, everyone, and then, like, tuck herself into her hammock.
alright. Ari goes to bed.
I'm gonna hang out on the deck for a while until people are probably asleep, and like after an hour or so, then I'll go down, and if Trail's asleep, I want to find his rat and cast Dispel Magic on it.
Going over underneath Trail's bunk, you do see the small cage containing his rat. Looking at it, it appears the rat is currently awake, and it looks at you very curiously. As you cast the spell magic spell on it, the spell goes off. You're not sure whether or not it removed anything from the rat or not.
He didn't turn like into a human or anything.
No, the rat did not turn into a humanoid. It's still a
Okay.
rat.
Okay. I'll then go to sleep. Put the rat back.
The party has a very restless sleep as tensions are running high between the weird entities that have Corvus and Ori struggling. But after everyone finishes a long rest, they wake up in the morning to hear it appears that the rain has stopped. But as everyone goes up onto the top deck, it appears the captain looks very worried.
Here I was thinking the rain stopping was a good sign.
Is there any wind?
Now, it appears that there's a surprisingly light wind. Although, Ori, make a perception check.
Okay.
Looking out around on the horizon, Ori sees more storm clouds over in the west direction of the ship, where the ship is headed. But as Ori also looks around to see how far these storm clouds go, they appear to be surrounding the ship, as the ship is currently in the eye of a storm.
Does it seem pretty bad then, like these clouds around us?
From what it looks like, yes.
Are we in the eye of the storm?
Yes, you are.
Did we feel like any storm winds pass us before, or has this like generated with us in the eye?
Make a nature check.
I'm not very good at those. 7. Very not good at those.
You are not sure, Mickey. But the first mate, Ham, will walk up towards the captain and ask, "So, how bad do you think this is going to be, Captain?" And she just says, well, it's better to be safe than sorry, so let's tie down everything you can. Aye, aye, Captain. Then Han will look over towards the party and say, well, you heard her. Let's go.
Yeah, helping out.
All right.
Whatever needs tying down.
As the rest of the crew comes up on deck and starts tying things down, Sean directs the ship into what looks to be the weakest part of the storm, but as the ship sails in, the rain falls down once again. As the large, choppy waves crash down onto the side of the ship, the captain will yell out, Ham, get everyone on a lifeline! Aye, aye, Captain!
Corvus cast water breathing on us, right?
I'm doing it right now. I was just gonna say that.
And right after everyone gets tied down towards the ship, the party sees another large wave approach the ship from the front. I need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
What happened, Ash?
Can I at all use shape
Corvus
water
gets
to
plus
try to like
Oh, sorry.
break the water, the wave around us, or at least me?
I'm going to say no because it is a large wave. So as the large wave crashes down onto the ship, it appears that Corvus and Michaelmas are able to keep their footing. It appears that the rest of the party and most of the crew slip and fall, taking 9 points of bludgeoning damage as everyone gets shot down onto the deck. And as more waves are approaching, the captain yells out, if you've been saving any magical voodoo for any bad spots, we need it now. So, everyone needs to roll for initiative for a skills challenge.
Oh boy.
So, as more waves are crashing down onto the ship, Ash, you are the first to help. So, you can either try to make a skill check to help the crew to get the ship through the storm. Otherwise, you can pass on your turn to give the next person advantage on their skill check.
Yeah, I think I'll try to do a survival check. Just have, help people steady and, balance themselves, since we're all not very good at standing up with our sea legs.
Are you gonna tell us how many successes and failures we need or get?
You just need 3 successes.
I'll motion at Ash to come this way.
Sure. I'll come down more towards everyone else.
Unfortunately for Ash, as he's checking the ropes, trying to help everyone stay on the ship and stay up, it appears that the falling rain is making it hard for him to keep everything intact, and that is 1 failure. So that'll take us to Corvus.
Does Sean look like he's struggling with the wheel at all? Because I'd like to help him keep the wheel straight so the ship stays on course.
Okay. Looking over, it appears that the captain is helping Sean at the moment, but if you'd like to go over there and offer your help, you can.
Yeah, I'd like to offer my help so that the captain can bark orders.
The captain running down. Corvus, make a strength check. Through the pouring rain, Corvus and Sean are able to both take hold of the helm and keep the ship steady as it sails through the storm. That is your first success.
Woo.
That'll take us to Ori.
I think Ori would like to do a perception check, try to help keep another pair of eyes out, call out any particular obstacles or waves she sees, try to, just catch the details,
Okay, make a perception check.
Yes.
It is a second success as Ori looks out and is able to keep a close eye out on approaching waves. As you run up, you see the captain also on the front, helping to call out waves, calling out orders on directions back towards Sean and Corvus. That will take us to Michaelmas.
Okay, I was going to have a hard decision, but I guess I don't anymore. I've got a 30-foot radius to get up to 10 people, and I'll cast Water Walk so that if we get whipped over the side, we're not going to go down, down, down. But I can cover everyone but the captain then, because she walked out of range.
Michaelmas casts Water Walk on everyone in the party and almost everyone in the crew. As everyone looks down, they see a faint green glow, a faint green aura around their shoes. But as you're walking around, it appears does give you a little bit better traction on the ship. Michaelmas, make an Arcana check with advantage, Michaelmas.
17.
17 is enough for your third success. With Water Walk cast on everyone is quickly able to keep hold of everything on the ship. And while it still takes you about another 20 minutes to pass through the tough part of the storm, the rain continues to fall, but you're still out of the brunt of the storm as the Outrunner begins sailing out towards calmer waters. Afterwards, the captain will look around towards everyone and say, "Well done." Then she'll look over towards Michaelmas and say, "So you wait until just now to use that? Would have been handy earlier."
It only lasts an hour. I can only do it so many times, and there were other things that were more helpful at the time. So, yeah. Sorry that I didn't reach you, but you ran out of reach, and it's limited in the number of people it can protect.
That's the problem with you spellcaster folks. You get too reliant on the magic. Only thing you can trust is a blade in your hands.
But why are you complaining about him not using it before? If it makes us too reliant.
The captain will roll her eyes and yell out, "Sean! Yes, Captain. Go with me. Ham, take the helm." Aye, aye, Captain. As the captain and the crew's navigator and helmsman Sean check their maps to see how far off course they are. The rest of the day is fairly uneventful, but near the end of the night, it appears the rain has finally stopped.
Or we'll go around the ship and dry folks and things off and use precipitation and shape water to try to get things dried off a little bit quicker with the rain stopped.
Breo, the crew's quartermaster, who has not had a lot of interaction so far with the party, will watch you, Ori, and say, "Well, that's a neat trick."
Just trying to be helpful.
How long did it take you to learn something like that?
Well, for some people it takes serious study. I guess for me it was more... When you're caught between a rock and a hard place, you have to learn some stuff or die. And I was able to access the magic, fortunately, so I didn't die.
Breo says, "Oh," not quite knowing how to react to the conversation topic turning that dark.
Well, if there's anything you want me to dry off, let me know. I can do this as much. This isn't limited magic, so I can do this all day. It just takes a little while.
Can you do the opposite?
Make stuff wet?
Yeah.
I mean, I could pick water up and put it on stuff, I guess, or I can I can move the water around, so I could always bring it to something. But I can't make water.
Trail, hearing this, will yell over, "No, you keep my bunk dry!"
Ooh, that's an idea. That hadn't occurred to me. Thanks, Trail.
Hey, no! At which point Breo will just laugh and say, "Oh, you have nothing to worry about, Trail. I'm sure she seems like a very fine, upstanding citizen, you know."
Yeah, that's me to a T.
I mean, just think of how many days she's gone without killing one of your pets. At which point Trail...
First one satisfied the bloodlust.
Trail will just start muttering some gnomish words underneath his breath.
How long have you worked on this with this crew for, Breo?
Oh, I've been here a few years.
Okay. So I guess y'all haven't worked with magic users before?
Oh, no, we got a few of them. Problem is, we're a little short-staffed, and it's kind of hard to tie her up with one hand and cast a spell with the second, you know?
Sure, absolutely.
I might know a little bit here and there, but I leave most of it up to Porter.
Oh.
I mean, as the surgeon and medic and cook, I guess. Actually, I don't know if he actually uses any of his spells with cooking. Matter of fact, hey, Porter! Yeah. You know some spells, right? Yeah. When you gonna learn some spells to make your cooking better? Porter will just yell back, "As soon as you learn some spells to make you a better shot with your crossbow."
Ooh. I do have a spell that can make food taste better. They do exist.
Oh, is that so? Hey, Porter, you want an apprentice? Not particularly, but sure.
I don't think the captain wants me around any longer than absolutely necessary. But I'm flattered.
Oh, I mean, I'm not... Brea will sort of lean over towards Ori and say, I mean, I'm just talking apprentice for the voyage, you know?
Oh, sure.
I mean, no offense, but I really don't think the captain wants you on here any longer than you have to be either.
None taken.
So does Ori go help Porter with dinner?
Sure, yeah, sure. If he's willing to have help, she'll help out. She's probably done some cooking, but nothing for like this big of a group really, but she'll use some prestidigitation here and there for flavoring and help with the chopping and whatnot. If he wants help.
Porter will gladly say yes to you offering to help. It seems, Ori, make an insight check.
Okay. There we go. Ha!
As Porter talks about his recipe for making a stew, you come to realize it appears Porter's mostly just excited to have someone else on the ship interested in cooking and food besides just him.
Yeah, I think Ori will be like, yeah, I should have offered to help sooner. Yeah, you feed us all. all the time, you know. We help out with the tying the sails down and whatnot, but sorry, it didn't occur to me to offer to help cook. I never really thought of myself as helpful in that way, always.
Well, it's alright, you can... That's why you're starting now, that's what matters.
Absolutely.
As Porter prepares a nice salted pork stew, you're able to use your prestidigitation to get the seasoning on it just right. As that is happening, what is the rest of the party doing with the rest of the day?
I think Ash is just hanging out on the top deck, kind of being lookout and, helping where needed.
Okay, make a perception check, Ash.
Whew.
Oh no.
As Ash goes over towards the side of the ship to keep a close eye out, he suddenly feels something on his foot. As he looks down, it appears that Dash has had a severe lack of attention and is distracting you a lot.
Corvus is hanging out on the top deck towards the back of the ship, just because he doesn't know where the axe is. He just knows that it's not at this specific spot, so he's over here.
I'm keeping a side eye on Corvus to see if he's is still safe or if he's looking weird, like the axe is still controlling him.
Michaelmas, make an insight check.
There we go. 17.
You don't think Corvus is still turned or changed from the influence of the axe, but he is definitely acting strange.
Okay. I'll just keep trying to put two and two together and see if I can figure out what that might be.
As you're keeping an eye on Corvus, Trail walks up to you, Mickey, and asks, So, Michaelmas, I've been thinking.
Yes?
So remember, I don't remember, it was 3 days ago, some nights ago. I made a comment about, like, the captain being a Kalashtar, and
Okay.
you seem to find it really amusing, so I gotta ask, are you a Kalashtar?
No, I am not.
Really? But you know one?
No. There are no Kalashtar in my inner circles. It was simply a private joke, Trail.
Make a persuasion check, Michaelmas.
7.
Oh.
I'm not
Trill
good at
just smiled and said, Right. Doesn't seem totally convinced that you don't know. You have a feeling that he's still on to something that you're not willing to tell about.
Yeah. I am not going to enlighten him.
How's Mari spending her time?
I think Mari is spending the day by herself. I think she is struggling with Corvus and Axe issue and the Ori Maelum Ridic issue, and just is to like separate herself a little bit and like think through like, if the going gets tough, what is she gonna do?
With the weather dying down, Mari is definitely able to get a lot of time in to contemplate the party situation and the situations of her friends. Thankfully, the last few days of the voyage are very uneventful. Although it does appear that the captain does inform the party that the crew will be getting back to Lux on the 3rd of Lily Bloom, a day behind schedule. And it's in the late afternoon
That's good.
on that last day when the captain will walk over towards you, Ash, and ask, "So you wanted some sword fighting tips, is that right?"
Sure.
Well then the captain draws out her rapier, points it towards you.
I will
Right.
pull up my rapier and say, on guard.
At which point, everyone in the party stops what they're doing, then gets closer to watch. At which point, Trail will look over towards you, Mickey, and say, "Hey, I'll bet you 2 silver the captain whips Ash's butt."
Oh yes. Hera.
The captain will take a defensive pose, dodging. Ash, what do you do?
I will try to strike.
Alright, make an attack roll with disadvantage.
Okay.
The captain is easily able to deflect your rapier. After she says, "Your footwork's wrong." Like this, as she makes an attack roll against you.
Ooh, that's a hit.
See, while you try to deflect her sword with yours, she's able to quickly make a quick counter move with her sword right. She doesn't actually hit you, but she does hold it right next to your neck. Which point she says, You're a little slow. You need to work on your speed too."
Could I
Okay.
possibly get over to Ash, touch him, and put a guidance on him so that he'd be able to learn these lessons better? And guidance only lasts, I think, a minute, so
Is-
not.
Ooh, is guidance verbal?
Yes, verbal somatic. Concentration up to 1 minute.
Or he's gonna counterspell your guidance.
Well, okay then.
I mean, Ori's seen Mickey guidance is all about 1 billion times. And I think she would have heard Mickey and Trail put money on this. So... I think
Old.
she would, and it's only somatic too, so if she can do it just kind of, I think she can cut Mickey off at the pass for this, I feel like.
Yes, she can. While Mickey goes over towards Ash and says, "Good luck," Mickey realizes the guidance did not work for some reason.
Crisis of faith setting in. I shouldn't use magic on the betting.
Yes. At this point, the captain will take another defensive pose and look at Ash. Try again. Ash, make another attack roll with disadvantage.
Can I... She wants to see me move. Can I cast Zephyr Strike as a bonus action first?
Ooh.
You can if you'd like.
Okay, so I'm going to cast Zephyr Strike. And I'm going to give myself advantage on the attack to cancel out the disadvantage. And I'll do well, I won't really do any extra damage because I'm not trying to do any damage, but 21.
The 21 will hit, even as the captain tries to counter. Are you going to try to hold back the damage or no?
Yeah, I'll try to hold it back. and hit the blade up to her, but not actually, pierce her or anything like that.
Yes, even though the captain tries to counter, Ash is still able to get his rapier within striking distance of her arm, but does not. But like the captain before, holds it but does not actually cut. At which point, the captain will say, "You're a fast learner."
I've got a good teacher.
As soon as you start talking, the captain will try to make a quick, unexpected strike.
That's gonna hit.
And will once again do the same exact move with rapier going right towards your neck and says, "You're still slow."
Got me again.
It's at this point, Breo will look over and move towards the front of the ship. And yell, Captain? Let's have everyone make perception checks.
Oh boy. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh.
As everyone looks over towards the bow of the ship, most of the party is having trouble as the sun is setting in the direction of where the ship is heading. But Ash and Michaelmas are able to see off in the distance. It appears there are plumes of smoke rising up from the docks of Lux, and there are several dark-colored winged creatures that appear to be flying over the docks.
Does this seem to be reminding me of my dream where Lux was under attack?
You're not quite sure since you did not see the docks of Lux.
How far away are we?
You are still thousands of feet away, but you can still just make out the shapes on the horizon. So at this point, the captain will sprint to the helm and start yelling out orders. Sean! Crow's Nest! Ham! Trill! Billy! Man the ballista! Breo! Porter! Prepare the ropes for any men overboard!
Sorry, I guess I didn't mean exactly. I was asking for more like, how long is it gonna take us at the rate we're going to reach?
All right, you're going. It's going to be maybe some number of minutes.
Okay.
With the crew scrambling over towards positions, the captain will yell down towards all of you and say, "Get ready to do what you do."
If there looks like trouble on the deck, I'll stay. Trouble on the docks, like actual people, I'll stay close to Ash and Ash, let me know when we're within bow range, and I will hit you up with some magic before we get close.
Will do.
As the Owl Runner sails in towards the docks, the party sees the dark flying shapes. At first they appear to be dragons, but as they get closer, the party realizes they're not ordinary dragons, for these do not have scales, but instead dark leathery skin, and their necks widen out like the hooded frill of a king cobra, and at the tips of their tails, each of the flying creatures have a sharp stinger.
Oh.
As the party sails in, they see two of these creatures appear to be going after a crew of goblin sailors who are down in the water. So I will give. Let's have everyone roll for initiative. So with the Owl Runner sailing in towards the docks, I will give everyone one round to go before the ship makes it towards the docks so you can jump off towards the creatures. So, Ash, if you'd like to go do something at range, At this point, the wyverns are about 100 feet away from you.
Let's see. You said they're about 100 feet away?
Correct.
Yeah, I will try to go ahead and shoot the red one. And I will take a shot. 25 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay, so that does 13 damage. And then I will attack it again. 21 to hit.
That will also hit.
For another 16 total.
Ash is able to quickly fire off 2 arrows. Despite being long shots, both of them are able to hit one of the flying creatures. With that, we go to Mari.
So I'm just going to bonus action. I'm gonna Shield of Faith. Do Mickey actually, so +2 AC for the next 10 minutes. Just because he's been getting hit a lot lately.
Thank you.
And then I'm just gonna hold otherwise for next turn.
Okay. Michaelmas feels the extra protection magic from Mari, and feeling inspired, is now his turn.
I will cast Aid on Ash and Corvus and Ori.
Yeah.
So you each have 5 temporary hit points. No, it's not temporary hit points. It's your hit point maximum goes up by 5 and you gain 5 hit points. And Ash, I'll say that red wyvern is looking to have another arrow deep inside him. Shoot it.
Alright. Give it a shot. 17 to hit.
That will also hit.
For 17 damage.
A third arrow shoots out true and hitting the wyvern right in the same side as the first 2. It appears you've definitely got that creature's attention, Ash.
Cool.
And with that, we now go to Ori.
How in the air are the wyverns? How high up?
It appears that both of them are about 5 feet up from the waves in the water.
I mean, can I fireball so that it hits both of them, but not the goblin below? If I put a fireball like over them, like overhead.
I'm going to say yes, they're big enough you would be able to.
Okay. Then Ori's gonna cast fireball.
And it's not on the ship, so the captain can't say anything. So there.
Here. Oh, half damage to 1.
So the wyvern who's getting hit by the arrows from Ash is able to see the fireball coming and avoid most of it, but the other one took the brunt of the fireball and got hit for the full damage.
Oh, that's all for Ori.
Corvus.
So I still can't reach him, can I? Because we still haven't made it to the dock yet.
Correct.
So I am going to move here so that I'm going to move here so that as soon as we make it to the dock, I have 10 feet to do a running long jump onto the dock and make it on the dock. I can't hold my action to move, can I?
I'm going to say for this, no.
Okay. Yep. Then I'm just going to move here, so I've got 10 feet of movement for a running long jump.
Okay. And with that, with the captain at the helm, she steers the ship right up against the dock. As it appears with the fireball, now the second wyvern also has his attention turned towards the Isle Runner. So, Ash.
So we're at the dock now?
Yes, we're at the docks.
I'm just gonna yell out to the captain. Hey, do you have any more arrows on board?
Mhm.
Because I'm currently out.
Oh
Yipes.
The captain just yells, "What? No!"
no! Oh no.
All right. Well, I guess I'm just gonna run and jump onto the dock then.
Jeez.
I'll pull out my rapier and be ready for anything.
Yeah, you can hold your attack in case
I'm out
someone
of
gets in
arrows.
range.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll just hold an attack action. And if it comes in 5 feet of me, I'll stab it.
Alright. As Ash holds an attack, he does not have to wait long. As it appears, the wyvern he hit with its first arrows will fly right above the ranger. At which point Ash will get his attack in.
Okay. 18 to hit.
That will hit.
For 10 damage.
As the large, strange dragon lets out a yell of pain, it is going to swipe down first with its claws towards you. Which will
That
rake
hits.
into one of your arms for 16 points of slashing damage. Afterwards, its long stinger is going to swing down and try to hit the center of your chest. Which hits, and Ash, you need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, yeah. I'm also down, so I don't know if that matters.
Oh no!
Even including the 5 8 points?
Oh yeah, because I already had taken 9 from the wave.
Oh, this is a new day, so everyone would have started this at full hit points. I'm sorry, this is
Oh.
Yeah, so you're,
This was
you're okay.
like 3 days after.
Well, I was at
skills
19.
down.
I was at 19 plus 5, 24. Yeah. So, no, this is. It still wouldn't matter because I was at 44 then.
Oof.
As the stinger impales itself into Ash's chest, the party sees their ranger friend fall unconscious. So that'll take us to Mari.
So I'm going to run and jump up next to this wyvern and attack it. 26 to hit for 13.
That will hit.
And then I'm going to Divine Smite it. The second level. Another 12. And then I will attack it again. 19 to hit for
That
another
will also
7.
hit. Are you going to smite the second attack too, or no?
Is he looking bloodied?
He is bloodied.
Okay. Then yes, I will Divine Smite at a first level. For another 11.
As this wyvern lets out a loud hissing scream, it gets hit by the 2 divinely radiant strikes from the sword from Mari, trying to get the wyvern's attention off of Ash, who's lying unconscious on the docks. With that, we now go back to Michaelmas.
Okay. I'll run up to here and do I know whether the poison that took him down is still in his system, or if just regular hit point healing would do the trick here?
You need to use an action to make a nature check.
I'll just cast lesser restoration then, and make sure that the poison is gone. And then, is this by chance a bonus action? As an action, shoot. Okay, then I am done.
Okay. As you cast Lesser Restoration on Ash, it appears he's still unconscious on the ground. You're not sure whether or not the restoration removed anything afflicting it. Anything afflicting Ash.
Or he's gonna cast... Or we'll cast Mind Sliver on Red. Jeez. Well, there's
Fortunately
that.
for Ori, it appears this wyvern is not the most intelligent of creatures.
And then I wanted to quicken cast. Does Mari have her reaction? I don't remember.
Yes, she does.
Yeah, I'll quicken cast Dissonant Whispers. Wow.
As the wyvern lets out another scream and hiss of pain as its head waves back and forth, the scream only grows louder and louder as it turns and starts flying away from everyone. So, Mari and Michaelmas get attacks of opportunity.
Yes, let's do this.
Oh!
There we
That's
go.
a crit.
Michaelmas also hits.
And I'm one-handed because I have a shield. It looks like it automatically does both, but
Nice smite on this crit.
You can if you'd like.
I mean, I might as well.
If it's pretty low, maybe not the highest spell slot you got, though. I don't...
Yeah, I
Oh,
just hit a first level for another 17.
holy smokes.
nice.
And with the smite and the whack from Michaelmas' quarterstaff, Michaelmas hits one of its back legs, causing it to fall down right in range of a third divine smite from Mari, as that wyvern hits the dock, then slides off down into the water.
What a combo. Good teamwork, everybody.
High five.
With Michaelmas and Mari high-fiving in the middle of battle, we now go to Corvus.
Is the blue wyvern? Is it in the water or is it flying?
It is flying. It's about 5 feet up above the water, which is also about the same level as the dock.
Okay. So I'm going to use my bonus action to rage.
Are you gonna swim? Oh, Corvus.
And I'm going to have to dash, but I think I can make this jump. 20-foot long jump? Ooh. Can I make a 20-foot long jump? Oh, my strength is only 18.
Darn.
I'm going to say if you want to, you'd be able to make one attack, but if you run and jump. Also, because you are on the top deck, you would need to make an acrobatics check to see if you, to make sure you don't land prone by jumping onto the dock from this height.
Okay, so if I... That's still 20 feet. No matter what I do, it's 20 feet. Okay, so, yeah, first I'll go here. Acrobatics check, you say?
Yes.
18?
18 is enough as Corvus lands down onto the docks with no problems.
Okay, so I gotta... If I use my action to dash... Then I still got another 60 feet of movement. I just don't think I can...
Non-Euclidean geometry.
If I move here... And then, you know, get a 10-foot start, and then start my jump from here. I want to land on it. Because, you know, I use my action to dash, so I can't attack. But I can try and land on its back, which is what I want to do, but I don't think I can make a 20-foot long jump, can I?
Because your jump itself is not the full distance, I'll give you a grapple check with disadvantage against the wyvern, if you'd want to try to grab onto it. But you wouldn't be onto the back of it, you'd potentially be grabbing one of its wings.
But since I am raging, does that cancel off?
Yeah, I would let that cancel out the disadvantage.
Okay. Well, I want to do that then. I want to run and jump and try and grab it.
Okay, Corvus. This would be your action. Oh no, as a grapple check, it'd be one of your attacks. So, make an athletics check.
Well, I'm gonna have to use my action to dash anyway.
Oh, sorry, action to.
Movement. So I wouldn't be able to grapple it then. Okay.
That's right. So you wouldn't actually be able to grapple it, since you wouldn't be able to jump right on top of it.
Okay. Well, then in that case, I won't dash. I'll just go here. So I used 20 feet of movement already. Can use the rest of my movement to get there. And I will chuck a javelin at it. Because that's all I can do. Ooh, I got him!
That hits.
Nice.
Rage damage
Yeah.
doesn't apply to ranged weapons, does it?
I don't believe so.
I don't think it does. I'm like 99% sure it doesn't. So 10 piercing and 9 radiant damage. And then I will chuck another javelin at him.
You can only draw one weapon a turn, so you wouldn't actually be able to draw the second javelin.
Never mind then, I just chuck a javelin at him. That's all I do. And then that's it for me.
But with that javelin, as you are the closest attacking creature to it, it is going to abandon the goblin that's helpless in the water underneath it. It's going to fly up right above you, Corvus. And it's going to make 2 attacks against you. First, it's going to go for a swipe with its claws.
That hits.
For 19 points of slashing damage. And right after it reaches down and slashes at your back, it's going to try to impale its stinger into your side. Which just misses, as Corvus feels the tip of the stinger rake against his side, but doesn't actually pierce into him. After that, the crew hears Ham yell out, "Fire!" And the party sees a harpoon from the ballista sail through the air towards that wyvern.
Hit it.
Which will hit as the harpoon goes into the side of the wyvern for 11 points of piercing damage. So now it is Ash's
Nice.
turn.
So, death saving throw?
Yes, death saving throw.
Ah, I got a hit point.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yes.
Ash suddenly wakes up, realizing he's still in a pretty bad spot for having no more arrows, but it's still no longer dying.
Okay, so would that just be my action, or do I get anything else now that I'm awake?
That would be your turn.
Okay, just so I figured. Cool. So I'll just sit here and catch my breath.
While that is happening, we now go to Mari.
Okay, so I am going to, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. I can get up to here, and then I'll Misty Step the rest of the way, and then attack.
That
19
hits.
to hit for 12. And then getting really low on spell slots. I'm gonna hit again. He doesn't look bloodied. This one doesn't look bloodied by now, I imagine.
With that last strike, he does look bloodied.
All right, then I'll just Divine Smite again on this one.
Yeah, Corvus.
Level 1.
Corvus got in a really nice strike with the javelin.
Yeah, that was pretty good. So another 10. And then I will hit it, hopefully, again. Hmm. 11 does not hit, so it's a good thing I smited on the first one. Smote?
Yes. Unfortunately, because the wyvern is still up in the air, Mario was able to jump up and hit with the first strike, but was able to move up and avoid the second strike from Mari. However, with it distracted by the two creatures right next to it, that'll take us to Michaelmas.
Okay. I will run. Where's 30 feet again? Oops. 30. So I will run to here and 60. And then I'll use my bonus action to cast Bless on our 3 marshals. And spells Bless. And then I will call down the Sacred Flames on that dastardly wyvern. So a dex save. On DC 16 or take 8 points.
With this wyvern being the last one here, it is keeping a close eye out on everyone around it and is able to avoid the falling radiant flames.
That's it.
That'll take us back to Ori.
So this thing is looking just bloodied, just kind of recently got bloodied, I guess.
From what you can tell, yes.
Yeah, so Ori's just gonna cast. She'll just cast what's it called? A magic missile at 2nd level.
The 4 magic missiles shoot up in a large arc before diving down onto the distracted wyvern. It lets out another yell of pain. Anything else for your turn, Ori?
That'll be all.
Okay, Corvus.
I would like to draw my glaive and make 2 reckless attacks against the wyvern.
You got it.
22,
That will hit.
16 slashing and 8 radiant, and I will do the same thing again. 23,
Nice.
That hits as well.
for another 14 slashing.
As
Oh,
Corvus,
And then I can use my bonus action to use the other side of the other side of the glaive. So I'll
Yes,
make a
you
reckless
can.
attack with that. 16? No.
yes, that hits. These wyverns don't have scales, surprisingly, but just thicker skin.
So another 8 bludgeoning.
How would Corvus like to do this?
Yeah.
So the first 2 slashes are at its wings, so then it kind of starts losing some elevation, and then the last attack is with the blunt end of the glaive, and it just crack it on the side of the face.
Corvus is able to attack both of its wings. As it starts dropping, it lets out one final hiss of despair as Corvus swings around his glaive and with a baseball swing cracks the side of its head as it sails down into the docks, into the water. But the party does not have time to celebrate as they hear Sean in the crow's nest yell out, "Incoming!" And they look over to see the tall orc jump out of the crow's nest right before a young black dragon
Oh.
smashes through the crow's nest. And as the dragon swoops down, it opens its mouth, and a large line of acid drops down onto the ballista. Right after the 3 crew members from the Owl Runner who were there next to the weapon were able to dodge and avoid the falling acid. So, we're now going to take a 5-minute break and continue this combat afterward.
Ah!
Ah!
With the 3rd dragon now hovering above the deck of the ship,
Ugh.
it is Ash who gets to go.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and cast Healing Spirit. I'm gonna summon a nature spirit of a fox right on top of me, so I can regain 1d6 health. So I gain 4 hit points. And then I'm going to use half my movement to stand up. And I'll just move 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. And then, yeah, I guess I'll just take the dodge action and get up next to Corvus. And that'll be my turn.
You mean the dash action?
Dash, yeah, dodge. Dash, dodge. One of the D's.
Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge.
The dragon sees Ham, Billy, and Trail start to run, but before they can get away, it opens up its mouth and lets out a line of acid breath towards them.
Oh, jeez. Are they dead?
We are about to find out.
No!
So while Ham and Billy, while Ham and Billy's backs get hit by the acid, it appears Trail actually took the brunt of it and falls down unconscious on the deck of the ship. And with that, we go to Michaelmas.
So unconscious dying?
Yes, he is dying, but he's not permadead.
Can I see him from there, or do I have to move to be able to see him?
You would need to probably move down here because he's on the one of the higher decks. Actually, yeah, I'd say if you to move down there, you'd probably be able to see him.
I'll come up here and I will cast a second level Cure Wounds on Ash for 10 more points. And then
Thank you.
5, 10, 15. How much did I move before? I forgot. 5, 10. I think I can move to about there. And then I'll be done.
Okay, we now go to Mari.
How high up is that high deck that the dragon is on? Like, can I, with 30 feet of movement, can I jump up there?
I'd say the this deck is about 5 feet up from the docks, so that one would be about 13 feet up.
Okay, so I would need to use a dash to get up there. I don't have any second level spell slots, so I can't.
You need to be able to jump onto the lower deck up top and then run up. You wouldn't be able to just jump up straight to there.
Okay.
There's no ladder
so I'll
or
just
ropes or anything on the side of the ship right there.
Oh, good point.
Not hanging down from there. No, it appears the anchor. There is an anchor line, but it's on the opposite end of the ship, unfortunately.
Okay, got it. So I'm going to use my 30 feet of movement to get here, and then I'm going to dash to 5, 10, 15, just to get like up here. And then I'm going to bonus action regain a spell slot. And then that is my turn.
With Mari sprinting towards the dragon, we now go to the party member who are still on the ship, Ori.
Okay, Ori is gonna run up, and I mean, I shouldn't chase it away with dissonant whispers because Mari's trying to get to it. Wait, how far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You can chase it away. The point is to try and get it away from the crew as much as quickly
Okay,
as
then
possible.
I'm gonna do Mind Sliver first. I cannot roll good on this damage. But yeah, int save first. Ugh.
That is a success as the dragon shakes its head and now turns to look over towards you, Ori.
And then quickened cast Dissonant Whispers. First level. Okay.
Even though it succeeded on the Mind Sliver saving throw, it does not look concerned at all towards you, Ori, as it gives you a very hungry look, licking its lips. It quickly, however, turns to a look of fear as it starts flying away from you, as it flies 80 feet away from you. And with that, we now go to Corvus. Looking up at it, Corvus, it's about, from the docks, it's about 20 feet up in the air right now.
And 80 feet away.
I really wanted to get it away from the crew.
Alright, I guess I will draw a javelin, and I will move to that spot. I'll move here, and I will draw a javelin, and I will chuck a javelin at it. Hey, look at that.
That will hit.
For 6 piercing and 6 radiant damage. And that'll be it for me, because I can't really do anything else.
As the dragon is flying away from the ship, Corvus is able to huck a javelin towards it as it pierces through one of its wings. And with that, we now go back to Ash.
Okay, I'm gonna move 5, 10, 15 there. And then I'm gonna bonus action move the healing spirit on top of myself and give myself a D6 of healing. And then I guess I will just move the 15 feet back in the opposite direction. And yeah, that's my turn. Can't really do much.
Oh, how much healing is the 1d6 healing?
It says it's rolling.
Okay.
Nice.
We'll see.
The dragon does not have its acid breath back, so... Seeing Mari and Ori running towards it on the ship, it's going to turn around and fly right above Corvus. As it's flying above Corvus, it's going to make 3 attacks. So first, it's going to make a bite attack, which will hit for 10 piercing damage and 2 acid damage. As it bites down into Corvus' shoulder, Corvus feels the acid seeping out of its mouth into the wound. As its mouth is still hanging onto you, it's going to make 2 swipes with its claws. First one will hit your side for 13 points of slashing damage. But right as it's about to make it another swipe with its other front paw, you're able to push it off of you at the last moment to avoid getting hit a 3rd time. That will take us to Michaelmas.
Right. Is it possible for me to move, where are you clicking? Here. The way I count it, 30 will get me there, but I'll have to move through Mari.
Pretty sure you can move through ally spaces as long as you don't end your turn in them.
Yes, you can move through allied spaces as long as you don't end your turn. So I'd say with 30 feet, you could get there, yes.
Okay, boom. And then, mass healing word. Ooh, nice. 6 points each for Corvus and Ash. The downed
Trail?
Yeah, trail. So that's 1, 2, 3. Have you been hit, Ori and Mari?
I'm good.
I'm good.
I mean, Billy and Ham.
Yeah,
were
and then
hit,
Billy
they
and
just
Ham.
go down.
3. So all those folks get 6 points of healing, and since I targeted Corvus, kill that little dragon. If you've got your reaction.
I do, but I can only make an unarmed attack, but
Oh.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
I'd say you'd still be. I'd say you could still hold your glaive in one hand and throw a javelin in the other, so you'd still have your glaive in hand.
If you will let me attack with my glaive, I will attack with my glaive.
Go for it.
Ooh. Got him.
Nice.
22 slashing.
Nice.
Unfortunately, the radiant damage only counts on my turn.
Corvus doesn't see Michaelmas, but still feels the effect of the healing inside of him, and feeling inspired, he's able to get in a quick strike on the dragon that's right above him.
I am done.
That will take us to Mari.
Okay. So I think with 30 feet, I have to go down the stairs. I have to cross the, get across the boat. So I think that puts me here. And then I will dash another 30 feet. Which gets me here. And that is my turn.
That'll take us to Ori.
We're just gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I should double check the range. Oh, plenty of range. Alright, so she's gonna cast Hunger of Hadar behind the dragon. So it catches it in the back 2 squares, kinda. So centered here.
There's a 20-foot radius, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. With the Crown Gall running towards the dragon, Ori is able to cast Hunger of Hadar, and everyone sees the giant sphere of darkness emanating the weird, strange sounds of the grasping tentacles inside begin grabbing at the dragon.
Yeah, I think Ori is just getting so stressed out. She just screams the verbal components as she's pelting her way down the dock.
With that, that'll take us to Corvus.
I'm going to use my glaive, and I'm going to make 2 reckless attacks against the wyvern. Or the dragon, I mean. Wow, 14. Ooh, am I still blaster now?
Yes.
Yes, you are. You need a 4.
Oh.
Nope.
Unfortunately, the glaive wasn't able to cut through the dragon's scales on that attack.
I'm gonna do the same thing for my second attack, though. There we go.
That one will hit.
16 slashing and 4 radiant, and then I'm gonna use my bonus action to try and hit it with the blunt end. There we go.
Nice.
13 bludgeoning damage.
The attacks from the dragon on Corvus only made the barbarian even more angry while it was able to avoid getting hit, but from one of the strikes, the other 2 ring true, as the dragon now feels like it's in a lot of trouble with the party in front of him and the Hunger of Hadar behind it. That will take us to Ash.
Okay, I'm going to drop concentration on Healing Spirit, and I'm going to cast Zephyr Strike on myself. Then I'm going to use my 30 feet of movement to get to there, and then I'm going to give myself advantage for Zephyr Strike to do an extra d8 force damage, so I get an extra 30 feet of movement. I'm going to move up next to the dragon, and I'm going to try to hit it with my rapier.
Wait, hang on.
Oh.
You need to make the attack first, and then you get the extra movement.
No!
Oh, whether I hit or miss? Oh,
Yeah.
no. Back here, then.
Do you have a dagger you could toss?
Dagger? I think I do. No, I don't have a dagger. Well. Then... Well, then, yeah, I guess I'll just dash up and I won't do any attacks then. And that'll be it for me.
Brave ranger.
He got
Ash.
knocked down once. It's
Yes.
fine.
Ash runs up with no fear, casting Zephyr Strike on himself, getting ready to attack the dragon.
The dragon takes 2d6 cold damage. Nice. There's no save for the start of the turn damage.
Yes, the dragon does not get its breath weapon back, but does see its next prey as it flies out of Corvus's reach, which will provoke an opportunity attack from you, Corvus.
Ooh, I'm gonna use that bless.
No!
Never mind.
Unfortunately, 16 misses. As Corvus tries to swipe at its tail lifts up right at the last second. So now, the dragon will make 3 attacks at Ash.
Oh, jeez.
First with the bite attack. Which will miss. And right as Ash ducks down, avoiding the clenching teeth, the angry dragon is going to swipe twice with its claws.
Nope and nope.
Both of which miss, as it appears being with, even although it was only half in, the hunger of Hadar has thrown the dragon off. And with its frantic attacks, it's easily missing the much smaller ranger. So that'll take us to Michaelmas.
Wow. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30. And I don't have any attack spells, do I? No. I'll call down the Sacred Flames again.
Ugh.
I am done.
While the dragon is able to avoid the radiant flames, still looks very distracted by everything around it, which will take us to Mari.
Okay. So I'm gonna run up here, and I can hit it from here, correct?
Yes, you can.
So we're gonna, potentially, I can hit it from here. So I'm gonna give that a shot. It's rolling really slow. There we go. 14 does not hit. So I will.
You're blessed.
You need a 4.
Ugh.
Nope. So I will try it one more time. 25 to hit.
That
There
will
you
hit.
go.
For 8, and then I might as well use my last spell slot to Divine Smite one time. So another 10.
Missing with the first attack, Mari jumps up higher with her second swing and is able to cut at one of its front legs, spinning the attack. With that, we now go back to Ori.
Or he's just gonna cast Mind Sliver on it. Ha!
The distraction from Mari and Ash is able to take down its focus away from Ori as it shakes its head screaming and takes 9 psychic damage.
Or I'll move a little closer. And it'll be all for her.
With that, we now go to Corvus.
I'm going to move here, and I'm going to try and put an end to this. I'm going to make 2 reckless attacks. I'm going to use my Great Weapon Master this time.
Okay, swing away.
21
That will hit.
for 26 slashing and 6 radiant. Ooh, 17?
You're blessed, right?
You're
believe
blessed since AC's 18, so that hits with the bless.
Yes.
So another 18 slashing. And I'm gonna use my bonus action to make another reckless attack and Great Weapon Master again. Ooh. For another 18 bludgeoning.
How would Corvus like to do this?
Woo!
Yes.
2 slashes across the neck, and then with the bludgeoning end, hit it kind of in the side of the jaw and knock its bottom jaw like off of its head.
Oh.
As Corvus
Gnarly.
slashes out at its neck, it lets out one final scream with the open mouth, its jaw hanging open. Corvus whacks it with the bottom end of his glaive as the jaw goes sailing into the ocean before the dragon drops down into the water.
Can Ori grab the jaw? Can she see it?
You do see it if since you have Mage Hand, you can grab the
Yes.
jaw if you'd like.
I want the jaw.
You can add 1 young black dragon jaw to your inventory.
Haha. Put it in the bag of holding.
Can I help the goblins get out of the water? Are these like fire on this ship?
Yes, it appears their ship is currently burning.
Oh yeah, Ori wants to like freeze water for folks if they need like some sort of like raft or something to like hold on to if they're having any trouble swimming.
It appears none of the goblins are having trouble swimming, they just need help
Okay.
getting up onto the docks. But Braille will run up and help everyone. It appears Captain and Porter are tending towards Sean and everyone else who got injured from that fight.
And I let go of Hunger of Hadar, obviously, too.
Well, that was fun.
That's one word for it.
You popped up really quick after that wyvern took a bite out of you.
Yeah, and then I just ran up and down the dock for the next few minutes.
Well,
I was just trying to catch the dragon. He kept moving around.
mhm.
I guess he didn't want to face the pointy end of my rapier.
No, yeah.
We need to get you some more arrows.
Yeah, that was my first thing to do when we got back to Lux, not fight a
Oof.
dragon and some wyverns.
Oof. I wonder if there's like a infinite quiver. Is that a thing?
I'm working on making something that'll help with that.
Oh. How are the crew doing? Trail and Ham and Bobby.
It appears that Porter is giving all of them healing, so they're doing okay. Looking over at Sean, it appears that after he jumped out, one of his arms got caught in the rigging leading up to the crow's nest. Appears
Ooh.
while he caught the rope and did not fall all the way, it appears that he did pull his shoulder, so he looks a little hurt from that.
Does it look like there's much else destruction around Lux or the harbor, or was it just these 3 creatures causing trouble?
Looking around, it looked like there were maybe about half a dozen other wyverns, but it appears most of them have flown off at this point. As the party sees, there are several Kingsmen riding Pegasi who have fended them off.
I think Ori will go up to one of the goblins and like, what happened? Where did they come from? Do you know?
No, I mean, I don't know where they came from. Oh, they came from the south. That's what it looked like.
South. Okay. And they just started attacking the harbor? That's just kind of where they reached first then?
I mean, I guess.
Mm.
Was there any kind of warning?
Yeah, giant black flying things coming at us.
Did they stick to the harbor, do you know, or did they go out into the city at all?
I don't know. I was just worried about the one right in front of me.
That's fair. And Ori will try to, like, give him a firm clap on the shoulder and be like, sorry that happened to you.
Ori, make a charisma check.
Just charisma?
Yeah.
Oh. I kind of want to use my inspiration.
It's up to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my inspiration. Oh my gosh.
It appears the goblin wasn't super impressed or with the pat on the back, found it a little odd and awkward. Mostly because of the size difference between the two of you. While Ori is normally used to being short, she's still much taller than the 3-foot-tall goblin.
Yeah.
But the goblins do thank the crew and the party for help getting out of the water and stopping the dragons. Is at this point, the captain will approach the party and say, well, y'all are handy in the fight, I'll give you that. Thanks.
Thank you for sailing us safely to and from the islands. And, Ori's gonna reach into her bag of holding and pull out a coin pouch she had prepared and hand it to the captain and say, I hope you have better weather going forward than what we dealt with the last week or so of our voyages. And Ori's giving her 150 gold. And then she's gonna kind of, she's not gonna like wait for the captain's reaction and kind of like wander off a little bit.
The captain has a very surprised look with her eyebrows raised as she takes the coin purse. Ori walks away. The rest of the party sees the captain isn't quite sure what to say. Then the captain will toss the coin purse over towards Breo, the quartermaster. With that, Trill will tell the party, well, we'll be at the underground for a few days if y'all want to lose some more coin to some cards.
I take note of that.
And with that, the Crown Gall makes their way away from the Isle Runner and walks off the docks onto dry land for the first time in 2.5 weeks. As they walk through, there appears to be a lot of commotion still in the aftermath of the dragon attack, but the party is quickly able to walk over towards the city of Lux. So, what would the party like to do first?
Go to the Basilica? I want to offload this freaking axe.
Buy arrows.
Yeah, I think we go to the Basilica first, and then we go buy arrows.
Well, I mean, if Ash wants to split the party, that's fine, but Ori's going to the Basilica.
Corvus, why don't you go with Ash, and then the rest of us will go.
That sounds like a good idea.
I don't have the juice to send a message anymore today, so why don't you two just meet us back at the Basilica when you're done shopping?
Sure.
Does any member of our party look below half health?
Not Ori.
No, I'm above half.
Corvus?
Oh, I'm not even close to half. I'm way above half.
Okay.
So Mari, Ori, and Michaelmas make their way over towards the Avon Basilica in the North District of Lux. There.
Ori? Oh,
Say, what was you gonna
Ori
say,
was gonna like loop her arm around Mari's and kind of like hug it to her side a little bit, and be like, "I'm really sad the captain hated me by the end of that."
Yeah, you two seemed like you were getting closer, and then things turned.
I just refuse to apologize for acts of nature that we had no intention of setting off, even if we inadvertently did. But
Agreed.
I think I was able to make up the difference for a successful voyage, at least. But
I think so too.
I don't know if I want to go hang out with the crew and play cards.
Yeah, I'll be skipping that part of the festivities.
And I think Ori is still shaking a little bit from like the adrenaline of like, you know, facing off the wyvern and the dragons, and then also just kind of like she's pretty stressed out about saying goodbye to the captain too, I think. Like, yeah, I mean, I really felt like it was easy to talk to her about some stuff, you know, and I mean, I guess I could have been more tactful about it, but yeah.
Well, maybe now that we're not semi-crew members and not on her ship doing fireballs, she may come around.
Yeah, maybe I'll message her in a little while. I thought we were friends for a little while.
The three party members make it to the Avon Basilica. Walking in, there appears to be a lot of people going to and fro. Looking around, the party does see a few priests and priestesses walking about. They do recognize one of them as Tarn, the gold dragonborn, who is the high priest of this basilica. He appears to be talking to a human woman dressed in rather dirty clothes, but as he looks over, he recognizes the party, and he says something quick to the woman, then begins walking over towards the Crown Gall. He says, "Oh, I heard from Varol that you were on a voyage for him. Glad to see all of you are here safe and sound." At which point he holds a hand up to his mouth and says, I'm sorry to presume, but the other members of your party, are they?
I think Ori does laugh at that a little bit. So no.
I had to do a little shopping.
Okay.
Some resupply needed to be done, but yes, we all made it back just fine. Thank you.
But speaking of Varol, is he around?
He is not here. He is still... he's back in the archives in the basement of the Northrend Library. Apparently, after his conversation with your group down in Anatolia, he apparently got some new inspiration on where to find... on where to center his research. It appears to be even more of a recluse than before, which I did not think was possible.
I'm just curious about kind of how your holy magics work. Do clerics and whatnot able to send a message? Familiar with the message spell? Often the priests of the order and whatnot.
The message spell? I know there are a couple, but I think that tends to be more with non-holy arcane users. Now, the sending spell I know is somewhat more common, surprisingly, despite being more difficult for some people to know.
Right, sending. So sending is known somewhat among the whole is used by holy arcane users.
It's used by some of us, yes.
Okay. Vrol just didn't seem very adept at minding his words when I was trying to communicate to him from out on sea.
Well, that's Varol for you. I'm afraid he has a tendency to, let's just say, not make messages short.
Yes, I have first-hand experience with it, unfortunately, but I think we better go to the library. Thank you.
Oh, you are most welcome.
Should have gone there first. Should have known he'd be in the library.
As those three members of the Crown Gall are walking out of the Basilica, they see Corvus, Ash, and Dash approach them from the market after Ash has bought some arrows. For the sake of time, how many arrows do you want to buy, Ash?
40 arrows, so 2 gold.
Ash and Corvus see the rest of the party walking out of the Basilica so soon.
He's at the library.
I'll position myself between Ori and Corvus.
I mean, we'll go to the library with you, but I think Corvus and I will probably stay outside
Yeah.
while you go in.
What was the name of the orc woman who worked at the library again?
The unhappy librarian who works at the front desk, that is Niga.
Niga.
Although, surprisingly, as you enter in the library and look at the front desk, you do not see Niga. You instead see a rather young gnomish woman who has long brown hair pulled back into a ponytail. As you all walk in, she gives you a big smile and says, "Welcome to the library. Anything I can help you with?" A rather opposite departure from the normally unpleasant Niga.
Oh, hello. We're just heading over to see Varol. He's expecting us. What was your name?
Oh, I'm Oda. What's yours?
Oh, hi. I'm Ori. Where's Niga?
Oh, today's her day off. I generally
good.
Help out whenever she gets whenever she needs a break, you know?
Sure. That's very kind of you.
Oh, well, you are most kind.
No, you.
Do you need directions to get to Varol's level?
Nope. We're familiar, but I appreciate the offer.
Oh, well, any other help you need, just ask.
Of course.
And I'll introduce
Corvus
myself.
and Ash come in with us.
I think we were going to wait outside.
Yeah, I think we waited outside.
Before we get down to Varol, should we use the wand of identification on the axe so we
Oh.
know a little bit more going in?
Nice. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, if we can kind of like go to a corner, like if there's some stairs, we can kind of like step to the side on like a landing on the stairs maybe. Or he gets kind of nervous, then like puts her hand in her bag of holding and pulls the axe out. Just cast it quickly. I don't like holding this thing.
So using the
Like you're holding it.
using the wand of identification on the axe, you see that when you attune to this weapon, the War Master's Punisher, you can transform it into any martial melee weapon of your choice, which provides a bonus to attacks and damage, and to your fortitude and your maximum hit points. It is also cursed, and as long as you're attuned to it, you do not want to part with the weapon. Although from this knowledge you realize that while you did learn part of the curse, there is more to this weapon than even the Identify spell reveals, which you know from first-hand experience.
Ori, does it try to talk to Ori again when she pulls it out of the bag?
Yes, it does. You hear the familiar deep voice speak inside your mind, Ori, which says, "You are not worthy of my time."
Ah! I think she kind of freaks out and like drops it back in the bag of holding really quick. It's so weird. It's so aggro.
Can we somehow unattune this to Corvus, or has he been away from it long enough that it's no longer attuned to him? I don't know how attuning items works.
He is no longer attuned to it.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll finish heading down to Virl.
Everyone heads down into the lowest level of the Nortrun library, and as they head down, they see the large, messy area, which appears to have gotten even worse from last time the party was here. And looking over, they see the one lone person inside this room, the elderly goblin Varol, who appears to be leaning back in a chair, snoring very loudly as it appears he took what was supposed to be a quick nap, which turned into a much larger one.
Ori looks at Mickey pointedly.
I'll go over and tap him on the shoulder.
Oh, Mickey, it's nice to see you again.
Well, it's good to see you too. We have completed phase of our mission.
Ori holds her bag of holding out to him open, like it's in here if you want to grab it.
Before we what else? Do you have a lot of stuff in your bag of holding?
Well, some stuff, but can't you just like put your hand in and think of the thing you want and it'll appear to you, right?
Well, yes, but you said there were... So, what exactly happened when you touched the axe?
It spoke into my mind and said, "Are you worthy?" And then I put it in my bag. And then when I pulled it out of my bag again later, it says, "You are not worthy of my time." And then I put it back in my bag again.
I would not think someone as short and frail as yourself would be considered worthy to whatever entity has been bound to it. No offense, young one.
Oh, none taken. I have no interest in being found worthy by whatever the heck is inside that that axe.
And you made sure no one else was able to touch the axe or hear whoever is bound inside of it?
Looks at Mickey and Mari.
Our friend Corvus touched it. You apparently knew something of this and you didn't tell us?
Well, I only recently learned of such a possibility. Only yesterday, after I started some more research after the kind sending message from your friend over here.
Mari steps in front of the open bag of holding, facing away towards Varol, and says to him, "And how exactly do you think that this axe is going to be helpful in stopping more fractures?"
Oh, no, my dear. The issue is not in stopping more fractures. The issue now, I'm afraid, is we are in a containment phase. While there are others higher up within the church who are working on finding a solution to the fracture problem, but Mickey and I and our order is here to prepare for a worst case scenario where a second fracture war entirely starts.
So what's the plan for the axe?
Yeah.
Well, the plan, like all other relics, we hope to find is to study them and then to deal with them accordingly, but... Now, tell me, where exactly is your, half-orc friend? I would love to hear his thoughts on what happened to him.
He doesn't want to be around the axe.
Yeah, that's not a good idea.
So can, one of you three tell me then what happened? What did Corvus hear when he touched the axe?
We don't know exactly what he heard, but what he told us was that it spoke to him about how it could help him be stronger and unite the northern barbarian clans, and that, he should use the axe towards that goal. And that I don't think we know that. Never mind. The end. Period.
As Varol puts a hand underneath his chin, sort of stroking a non-existent beard on his chin as he's thinking, well, that is most unfortunate.
But as I alluded to, we were confronted by an ancient golden dragon who wanted to take the axe into his own custody for fear of the evil spirit that resides within, and discard of it securely. So no evil being that would seek it out could find it again.
And what
honestly,
what sort of protections do you have in place to keep it safe?
Oh, do not worry. While I myself do not have the necessary preparations, the basilicas here do have a very secure vault. But tell me, did this ancient gold dragon give you a name?
no.
Yeah, well, Ori starts to say yes until...
Can I do an insight check on Varol?
Sure, make an insight check.
I just want to make sure he's on the level. Or
Yeah.
try.
I flash a look at Mari when she says the lie.
Nice.
23.
It does not appear to be really lying. You have a feeling his somewhat aloof nature is just him as a person and not necessarily him trying to evade answers.
Okay, so he's just he's a researcher. He just wants to see what this is, potentially. He just wants to... Okay.
Correct. Also, Mari make a deception check, Ori make a persuasion check.
Oops, where is my sheet?
opposite crits.
Oh.
Varol will look back and forth between Ori and Mari and say, he did give his name?
Ori kind of looks at Mari like,
I guess I just must have missed it.
His full name was Rav. Oh, I forgot his full name. I only wrote Ravi down. I forgot to write down.
Ravinarde.
Ravinarde. Ravinarde.
As Varol begins stroking his chin again. That name does sound familiar, but I will have to double check some old records to see if who you are talking about is who I am thinking about. But as to who is trapped inside of the axe, did this Ravinarde give a name to him?
Yes.
I thought no. I thought he said it was a creature that the name couldn't be
Oh, right.
spoken.
Okay.
No. He was quite forceful about the fact that it was too evil to be shared.
Too evil to be shared. Are you? That is what he said. Those were his words.
Well,
That was the general idea of the words. It wasn't the exact words.
And did he give any more information on who the trapped person is?
was it an archdevil?
Well, he gave hints. It was. Did I write that down?
Everyone can make an intelligence check. Ori and Michaelmas do not remember, but Mari remembers Ravinarde saying the person whose soul is trapped in the axe is the one who originally gave the axe to Daemo.
Yeah, so I think I'll share that.
At which point Varol's bushy eyebrows raise as he says, "The one who gave Daemo the axe? Is that correct?"
I think
Yes.
so, yes.
That's what he said.
His eyes slowly scan over the three of you and he asks, "Are you three familiar with the Blood War?"
Blood War? I only know about the Fracture War. A little bit.
Well, the Blood War is not very commonly well known outside of the Outer Planes, but, well, you see, it was an archdemon of war who was assigned by Tashan to give that axe to Daemo many years ago. I just recently found an old transcript of a legend about this. It appears that when Daemo was finally slain and sent down into the Outer Planes, he was approached by this archdemon, and the archdemon offered Daemo a right-hand spot in Tashan's army, and I guess Daemo did not want a second spot. He wanted to be the number one spot, so that started an ongoing conflict with tensions apparently still running among the evil ranks. a war of sorts. A series of conflicts between devils and demons.
So was Daemo a demon?
Nope, Daemo is an
Or a
archdevil.
A devil, archdevil.
But he apparently killed the archdemon of war. He was one of a few evil archbeings whose names were burned away from all history and recordings.
What's the difference between a demon and a devil?
Well, you see, demons are very chaotic in nature, while devils are more lawful sorts.
Weird.
It
But they
is
all work
odd
for Sean?
indeed.
They all answer to Sean?
Well, yes, Tashan is the source of all evil.
That makes sense. So I guess it was probably that demon who's in the axe then, I guess, is what you're saying.
I do believe that is the most logical of conclusions, and if we are correct in our assumptions, then I am afraid that the best course of action for this particular relic is to keep it in some place hidden where it will not be used.
Should we call the dragon here? Or do you want to keep it in the basilica?
Oh, I'm very confident that the axe will be safely locked away here in Lux.
The dragon also said it had a very strong connection to the ocean. The archdemons or devils of the ocean really wanted it.
Bathos, I think.
Oh, well, you see, a relic with this much power, this is a very sought after relic and weapon that I'm sure many archbeings, whether they be devils or demons, would like to get their hands on. So as you were on an ocean voyage, it does not surprise me that some minions of Vathos would try to take the axe for himself.
With all that being said, are we sure the best place for the axe is here in a city full of beings that could stumble upon it and not in the deep, dark lair of an ancient dragon?
Oh, believe me, the vault here in our lovely city is not going to be stumbled upon by anyone. It is very secure, the most secure place in the kingdom.
There's an attack earlier. Is that to do with this fracture war heating back up?
Attack?
On
Where?
The harbor.
The harbor was attacked?
Several wyverns, and at least one dragon.
Wyverns? Dragons? Well, what are you waiting for? You need to go help stop the attack.
We did.
Why are you
We took
here?
care of it.
We wouldn't have left in the middle of the attack. We took care of it.
Oh,
And then came
oh, well, that is good. Great thinking there. But that is rather peculiar. It appears that the followers of Tashan have been increasing the number of attacks they have done recently. Although, to be honest with you, I'm not sure of their ultimate goal behind those attacks, besides creating a general sense of unrest here.
Yeah, that's probably going to happen when you've got dragons attacking the docks.
Now, since it appears that those who touch the axe may be affected by it, I recommend you come with me over to the Avon Basilica, where we can hand it off to someone to safely store it in the vault.
Okay.
I don't think this is the right move, but if everybody else thinks it is, I'll go along with it.
I mean, if you don't think it's the right thing, and you think we should call on the dragon, Mari?
Oh, come.
I really
It's
do.
going to be safe here. This is going to be the safest place there is.
Okay. I trust you.
I don't know if that's a good thing here, but
While that conversation is going on, Ash and Corvus have been hanging out with Dash outside on a very clear and cool spring evening. Let's have Corvus and Ash, would you like to have a conversation?
Sure. Hey, Corvus, just so you know I can't kill you, right? You're basically like my brother.
Oh.
That's why I asked you to do it.
I know. I mean, if things really got bad, I probably wouldn't have a choice, but if there's any other option, I'm always going to choose the other option.
I guess I can't ask for anything else.
I mean, if you were going to hurt the rest of our friends and I had no other choice, I'd have to do what I'd have to do, but that would, that would be the last resort. I would exhaust all other options first. I'd try to tie you down, grapple you, anything. But yeah, if you were going to hurt somebody or kill somebody in our party, then I would do what you asked. But, I wouldn't make that decision lightly.
Then you'll just have to convince the rest of them to do the same.
Yeah. But now you have to promise to kill me too, right? If I was going to kill you first?
Of course I would.
Okay, cool.
I speak Corvus.
Yeah. So if you ever get into a rage where you're going to try to kill somebody in the party, make sure it's me and not them.
Oh.
Normally I'm able to control it, but there's something about that axe. I can't stop myself.
I get it. I mean, that's a very powerful axe, and clearly it's got some sort of magic that we don't understand. And that's why I think it's best to get rid of it and never think about it again.
Corvus, Ash, make perception checks.
That's perfect.
Well, Corvus is not focusing on anything else but Ash. Ash, you notice, you see a male wood elf, which appears to be standing in an alleyway a little ways away from you. They have their hood up, trying to be avoided, but looking over, you recognize them as one of the other finalists in the archery grand tournament from the previous month.
I whisper to Corvus in Orcish, hey, there's someone in the alley. Let's confront them. And then I'm just gonna yell out, hey, what do you want? And then, like, start moving towards the alley, towards the guy in the hood.
As you start moving, they start sprinting down the alley.
How close are they to me?
They look like they're maybe 70 feet away.
I cast Hunter's Mark on them. And then I'm going to start running after them.
Do you follow Corvus?
Absolutely, I follow.
So as you run into the alley, you do not see them. Make a survival check, Ash, to try to track them.
Okay. With advantage?
Yes, with advantage. Thanks to your Hunter's Mark, you are able to find some very faint tracks even in the urban environment. But as you're running after them, it appears because you do have to stop and check for tracks every so often, you're getting farther and farther away from where the elf ran off. And after about 10 minutes, you know you're not actually going to be able to catch up to him.
Okay. But I do know basically who it was, even if I don't know their name. I know it was the person in the competition.
Correct.
Okay. Well, I might just have to find that person later. I'll just tell Corvus, hey, that was that one wood elf that was in the archery competition a few weeks back.
Why would he be watching us?
I mean, I guess clearly he was just fascinated by my archery skills that he wanted to learn from me or something, but I don't know why he'd run away. But, he must want something or he's following us. I'm not sure. But might have to turn the tables on him and seek him out instead. Maybe we can reach out to the Black Rose Guild and maybe they can help find him for us.
As that is happening, the rest of the Crown Gall exit the library and do not see Ash or Dash or Corvus.
Oh.
But is Varol with us?
Yes, Varol is with you as he is very slowly walking over towards the Basilica. he'll stop and say, "Well, what are we waiting for? We need to get this relic to where it will be safe. Come."
Probably figure out we're at the Basilica, I guess. Right? Where else could we be?
Do you want to stay here?
I don't. I want to get to the Basilica and take care of this thing.
Yeah. Mari, do you want to stay? We can split the party again.
I kind of do want to stay, but I also don't like the idea of you two going in there alone.
I mean, Mari,
So
if
I
you
will
want
come
to
with
take
you.
my bag, I can stay here. Then when they come back, we can all meet you back up at the Basilica if you want. Or we can trust them to figure it out.
They'll
And we
figure
can
it
just
out.
Go to the Basilica.
They'll figure it out. Let's just go.
Okay.
Verl, joined by Ori and Mari and Michaelmas, make it back to the Basilica. There, they see Tarn again, who looks rather surprised to see Verl out of the library. As he walks over, he says, "Well, it is great to see you again, Verl. Is this regarding the quest you sent these fine adventurers on?" Why, yes, it is. It appears that we should talk somewhere where no prying ears will be listening in on us. After Tarn guides everyone into a private room, Verl very slowly gives a very thorough synopsis with a lot of winding tangents about the importance of this axe and how it should not be used. Afterwards, Tarn will simply nod and say, "Well then, let's get this in the vault." It is within
And
that
how-
bag of holding, correct?
Yes.
Yes. And how is the vault protected? What's the security like?
It is secured through the most powerful enchantments we have here.
Okay.
Along with a round-the-clock guard.
Do you have measures against it being scryed on and whatnot then?
Oh yes, not to worry. No one will be able to see into the vault with or without magic.
Can I tell how much of this is the public face that they obviously always will say, and
Make an
how
insight
much
check.
of it is the actual belief? Insight. There we go. 15.
Tarn appears to be telling the truth. You can at least tell he definitely believes in what he's saying.
Okay.
But is the axe within your bag of holding?
Yes, that's where it is right now.
Yeah.
And give me one moment. Tarn walks out through a back door into the room, then returns about 5 minutes later with another bag of holding. And he says, "How much stuff is inside of your bag of holding?"
A fair amount. Why?
Because if we do want to be safe and make sure no one touches this axe, it'd probably be best to open up the bag of holding, turn it inside out and let it fall down with everything else. And then we'd be able to safely, without touching the axe, be able to put it inside this one before transferring it to our vault.
I mean, I've already touched the axe a couple of times and nothing bad's happened. If I just Quickly, she just reaches into the bag of holding, pulls out the axe, and drops it in the other one.
As Ori does that, she hears the voice say, "You will soon." But the voice gets cut off as she lets go of the axe quickly.
Oh, it's so creepy. It was gonna threaten me. It was trying to threaten me.
Yes, well, I was trying to avoid that for your sake, but I'm glad that we now have it. But don't worry, we will make sure this never sees the light of day again.
That's good to hear.
Ash, Corvus, make intelligence checks.
No.
Oops, 4.
Jeez.
Ash and Corvus, go back to the library. And if you're like, wow, the rest of the party's been taking a really long time in the library. Which leaves them to be... Yeah, it leaves them to be really confused when they see Michaelmas and Ori and Mari and Varol walk down a street outside approaching them, not actually from the inside of the library.
How'd you guys get out here? I thought you were inside.
We had an errand to run.
The axe is taken care of.
Oh, good. Don't tell us where it is.
I will not.
Well, thank you, and how long do you plan to be staying here?
Oh, wow. We hadn't really talked about any kind of plans. We just kind of kept getting caught up in stuff, I guess.
Well,
Couple days.
Well, Michaelmas, there is a lot more research, which I would appreciate a lot of help on if you all do not mind staying for a while.
In Lux?
Well, yes.
Is there not something that we can go fetch for you?
As soon as your friend here helps me find the location of the next relic, I will send you on your way.
That works. I'd like to get some new armor made.
Oh. What kind of armor?
I'm thinking if we split up that big hall we found, which I'm not sure we ever actually did that, but if we do, I'll have enough for like full plate armor.
Oh.
That'll be sweet.
Yeah.
Varol says goodbye, and with that, the party is left to their own devices here in the city.
Let's find some lodging.
Do we want to go back to the
Glory Road Inn.
Glory Road Inn?
I do.
And it's nice.
Yeah, same.
Glory was great.
The party exits out of the inner city of Lux, quickly making it back to the first inn they stayed at, the Glory Road Inn. As they walk in, they see one of the owners of the inn, Gloria, along with a tall, muscular orc sitting on a stool who Michaelmas recognizes as an orc who is not particularly fond of Michaelmas after being annoyed by a lot of Michaelmas's questions on the party's first trip here. They also see a blue-skinned tiefling woman who's wearing a scarf around her neck and wearing wraps around her palms and forearms, sitting on one side table, her head slightly tilted to the right. She appears to be sipping a drink.
Hi, Gloria.
Oh, hello! Welcome back! I hope your I hope you didn't miss us too much while you were gone.
Oh, missed you oodles! Of course we did. But we're back
know
in
we
town
did.
for a little while. And we're hoping you had a room to put us up in again.
Oh, of course. Do you want a, your friend Emma, she's no longer with you?
Nah, she went off to be a college gal.
Oh, she made it into Eastmarch. How lovely.
Yeah.
So then, you
I'm
want
really proud of her.
Yeah.
Oh, you must be proud. So then you want, maybe a double room for the ladies and a triple room for the guys?
That'd be great. Maybe we'll book them for like 2 weeks, with maybe we'll have to extend. We're not entirely sure how long we're in town for.
2 weeks, we can do that. So then that'd be, that would be, 30 gold for 2 weeks.
I'll pass over 3 platinum.
Thank you, and I'll have you in the, same corner as you were before.
Thanks.
Thanks, Ori.
Yes, thank you.
Ash wants to run up to the job board and see if there's any response for that note I left when we were in that other town that I can't recall the name of.
After leaving a note, potentially getting in touch with someone from the Black Rose Thieves Guild, you do not see a reply there on the job board.
Okay. Just curious.
You do notice a tiefling weapon looking over at you curiously.
Hey there.
Hey.
Know any good jobs in the area?
None that hire you, as she very coyly takes a sip from her drink again.
Alrighty then. I'll walk away.
Are there any jobs on the job board right now?
Looking over, you do not see any new jobs on there.
Should we have a meal and head in for the night?
Yeah.
You think so?
As the party settles into one corner of the inn, pushing together 2 tables, the party enjoys a very fine dinner cooked by Gloria's husband, Ralph. Appears to be roasted chicken, as he had a rotisserie set up. Not quite as good as the rotisserie that Corvus and Ash feasted on over in Anatolia, but it's still very good. And it's during this time that the tiefling woman at one point will stand up and walk over towards Ash, saying, "You dropped this," before slipping a piece of paper into one of your pockets and walking away.
Thanks. I pull out the piece of paper and read it.
Reading the piece of paper, it says 3 words: The Pit, Midnight.
Oh.
Cool.
Is Ash gonna mention this to anyone else?
I'll probably mention it to Corvus. He likes the pit.
That's his favorite place in the whole city.
Gotta bring the muscle.
Not a bad idea, probably. Everyone wants to bring Corvus in on their sketchy plans.
It says
Actually,
Ash
plan
is,
if Corvus isn't there.
as everyone is seated around the table, enjoying their fine meal, they're interrupted when they suddenly hear a loud scream of pain and agony
Oh,
from back inside the kitchen. As the party see Gloria run in, they hear her scream as well. So everyone needs to roll for initiative.
I think Ori's gonna try and call after Gloria and be like, wait, no!
So the first to react, like most surprise encounters like this, is the very alert Ash.
If you're saying something, I can't hear you.
Oh,
we can't-
sorry. I'm just gonna take the dash action and move all the way towards the kitchen. And that'll be it.
Right. Ash sprints as fast as he can over towards the kitchen, but is not quite able to make it through the swinging door to see in back. That'll then take us to Corvus.
I'm gonna dash. Use my action to dash and kick that door in. I want to get through that door and see what's on the other side.
As Corvus runs in, kicking down the door, he sees a tall, purple-skinned humanoid figure wearing this strange breastplate armor
Oh,
over
no.
these long black robes that reach down towards the
no.
floor. The creature has long tentacles reaching down from the bottom of its face, two of which appear to be inside the head of Ralph, pushed into his ears as the limp body of Ralph falls down on the ground at the creature's feet.
I believe I still have a little bit of movement left. I think I measured out 55 feet.
Yes, you'd be able to move right next to Gloria if you'd like.
Well, I use my action to dash, so don't I have 80 feet of movement?
Oh, that's right. So yes, you have 15 feet of movement. Wait, no. Math, you have 25 feet movement left.
Get right up next to him, and I'm going to use my bonus action to rage and end my turn right next to it.
Okay, the creature is going to... Creature is going to push in, totally unafraid of you, Corvus, and it is going to... As the creature looks over towards you, Corvus, you and Gloria both need to make intelligence saving throws as you feel this strange psionic pulse shoot into your brain.
Can I use my fanatical focus to re-roll that?
Yes, you
saving
can.
throw?
Oh,
Ugh. Can I use my DM inspiration die to re-roll that?
Yes, you can.
Proficient save?
oh my gosh.
Oh.
Oh my god!
That's I'm just getting worse every time.
Oh no.
As Corvus
Ah.
stands unafraid, ready to attack this strange tentacle-faced creature, he suddenly feels as if his brain is bleeding from the blast of psychic power as you are now stunned.
Oh no.
As Ash also hears a body fall down on the ground as Gloria falls. Michaelmas.
Is this a door? Do I? Whoops. Is this a door up here? Do
That
I
is
know-
a door, yes.
Do I know where that leads? Does it?
You do not know.
Okay. I was thinking of cutting them off, so that's where I'm gonna run. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 60. Or did I see? If I saw her fall, I probably wouldn't go up there. Can I see?
You did
Were
not
you?
see her fall. The door was still closed, but Ash heard her fall.
Okay. Yeah, then I'm just running up that way, and I'm done.
Okay, Ori.
Okay, Ori's gonna dash. Here. Oh no! Oh no. So when I'm here, is this all walled in? Is this all just solid? Are there any other doors to this room?
Looking over, you see you see an open doorway leading further into the back. You also see a door leading to a room up here.
Alright, Ori is gonna quicken to cast. Can I cast Earth and Grasp in here?
I'm gonna say no. There's not enough. It's not a dirt floor, so no.
Okay. Okay, then I am going to cast. I'm gonna quicken to cast Magic Missile, I guess, at 3rd level. Oh, pretty good.
At 3rd level, you get one more dart.
Oh. Or, sorry, did I say 3rd level? I meant 2nd level. I'm
Second?
out of
Okay.
3rd level spells.
Ori quickly throws 4 magic missiles straight towards the creature, which curve around Corvus at the last second to hit the weird purple-skinned creature. And that will take us to Mari.
I'm going to use the dash action, and I think I'm going to follow Mickey in the hopes that we can, like, burst in on the other side. So, 60 feet that way.
Okay, as Dash will follow up right next to Ash, we now go back to Ash.
Okay, I'm gonna squeeze by Ori. 5, 10.
Gloria.
I'm just gonna move in around there, and then I am going to. Oh, I'm gonna try to do a sharpshooter bow attack at the creature. I don't think that's gonna hit.
That's going to
So-
miss, as that arrow bounces off its breastplate.
I will try the same thing again, sharpshooter.
Ugh.
Wow.
Second one also bounces off the strong breastplate.
Okay, yeah. That's... Well... Yes, I should have done it before... No, I'll wait. I'll hold on to it. That'll be it.
Corvus, you can make an intelligence saving throw at the end of your turn, but you are stunned, so you won't be able to do anything else.
Intelligence saving throw it is. Nope.
It is unfortunately a failure. As now go back to the creature. The creature is going to reach forward with one of its tentacles to try to grab Corvus. Which still somehow misses, as even though the arrows did not pierce through the breastplate armor, it still threw off its attack towards Corvus. So it'll take us to Michaelmas.
Humanoid. I'll go through the door. 5.
Oh, 1 second. Through the door is a small bedroom area, and you do see another door, which presumably leads to the kitchen.
10, 15, 20, 25. Does the door open?
Yes, the door opens.
Ugh. I will. So, Gloria and her husband both are down. Do they look dead, or just?
They both look dead.
Okay. And Corvus looks stunned.
Correct.
Ugh. Okay, I will. Do I have to see to get Mari? List 3 creatures of your choice within range. Okay, so. Mari, Ash, and Corvus are all blessed. First of all. And I'll tell Ash, take it down.
Okay, I'll shoot my bow at it. 28 to hit.
That'll hit.
9 piercing.
You do get Colossus Slayer too.
It took damage.
Yeah, from Ori's magic missile.
Got it, yep. So 3 more. And sneak attack, because Corvus is...
Corvus is stunned and is actually threatening him, unfortunately.
Close enough. Alright.
And then as a bonus action, I will turn my channel divinity into a 2nd level spell. Slot.
With Michaelmas empowering Ash to get in an extra attack, we move to Ori.
I guess. You like, well, what is this? A wisdom save? Okay, I'm gonna. Is it? I know Corvus is like stunned, but is it like hold? Like it had its tentacles in Ralph, like on all up in Ralph's ears or whatever. Is it like holding on to Corvus at all or anything like that?
It is not holding on to Corvus. It missed its attack despite Corvus being stunned.
36, 40. I guess she's just gonna magic missile again. At 2nd level. I know numbers. Would Ori recognize this thing at all, or have a hint of it from?
Ori would not know
time
this
in
creature.
Underdark? What? Sorry.
Ori would not know this creature.
Okay. I thought she might. But so yeah, 2nd level magic missile.
More magic missiles shoot into this creature who's still looking around, trying to observe all the threats. Anything else for your turn, Ori?
That is all.
Okay, Mari.
Okay, so 30 feet for me is exactly where Mickey is, so I'm gonna have to dash anyways, because I think that even that far enough, I'm too far to hit the dude. So I'm gonna dash through and go here. And that's my turn.
Okay, Ash.
Okay, I'm going to bonus action cast Zephyr Strike on myself, and then I'm going to give myself advantage on this next attack. I'm going to try to hit it. 26 to hit.
That hits.
So I get Colossus Slayer, and I get Sneak Attack because I had advantage, and then I get an extra D8 from Zephyr Strike. So 14 total. And then I will do my second attack, and this one I'm going to try to do Sharpshooter. And I'm going to miss.
Ash is still having a lot of trouble firing through. His arrows do not seem to be doing a lot against the breastplate armor of this creature. Corvus, int saving throw.
Ha! And
Got
plus-
it.
As Corvus shrugs off the stunning effect, the creature is going to begin casting a spell.
Alright, can I try to identify it?
Sure, make
Wait,
it.
no, I can't. I don't have the spell slot for counterspell. Never mind. Doesn't matter.
As Ori tries but knows she can't cast counterspell anymore, the creature disappears.
Because I cast it on frickin' Mickey and was being petty.
So that wasn't today, though. But
Oh, that was.
That was earlier today.
That was
What?
right
Hey,
before we
That
landed
was
in
that was
the
right
dock.
before the attacks in the docks, and as the strange creature disappears in a cloud of orange arcane magic, we're going to end the episode here.
Ah! Oh, that could have been so much worse, though.
Thank you so much for watching, everyone, and we will see you next week.